Hi guys, Nicola here. I have to share something which is because I thought about something in a new way today, and a girl that I was just talking to there pointed it out to me. Do you remember the post I put up about emotional holes and addiction? And that was in correlation to the video I'd put up the previous day about that little boy in the back of the car with the two people who had overdosed in the front. Well, it's getting an awful lot of attention, and I'm getting a lot of PMs about that, which I'm delighted about because there's a conversation starting. But I was discussing emotional holes with somebody this morning, and she said, "Oh yeah, I call that my void or my avoid," which I thought was fantastic. So what I call emotional holes, she calls her voids. But that when she's choosing to fill her voids from an external source, she's choosing to avoid what she's supposed to be doing, which is working on her self-esteem. So I thought that was a fantastic way of another way of thinking of it. But I want to clear up one thing. I got a PM from somebody with regard to the same post, and she said that she didn't really understand what I meant by titanium. So I'm just going to try and make that really clear again. Everybody is born with emotional holes. We all have emotional holes. Some of them are small, some of them are big. The small emotional holes can be filled with externally, with cake, overeating, smoking, eating out of the fridge when you shouldn't be, and it gets bigger and bigger. It can go to gambling, it can go to porn, it can go to sex addiction, it can go to alcoholism, it can go to heroin addiction, it can go to whatever, okay? So that's when we are choosing to fill our emotional holes externally from things that we think bring us happiness, but it's actually only temporary pleasure. And I always say that when we are filling externally with something that only brings us temporary pleasure, it's made of quicksand. So the quicksand sticks for a little while, and then it erodes away and it's gone, and it needs to be replenished again, okay? So that's when the cycle of addiction happens. Now, when I use the word addiction, I'm going to use that flippantly and say it's across the board. People are addicted to cleaning. People are addicted to negative people. People are addicted to alcohol. People are addicted to heroin. I don't care what it is. We're all the same. We can all be addicted to something along the road, right? So when I say that we are filling our emotional holes with titanium, which cannot be broken, this is when we're filling the emotional holes from the inside out. And nobody can mess with that. When you've done the work, because people say to me, oh, personal development, spiritual development, yeah, it's a bit flowery, isn't it? Listen, lads, an hour in this room with me is not a walk in the park. People think spiritual development and personal development and working on yourself is, feathers and rainbows. When you are doing personal and spiritual development, it is the hardest work you'll ever do in your life. And anybody who has met me will tell you the same. So when you are filling your emotional holes or your voids or your avoids from the inside out, it means you're working on your self-esteem. It means you're looking at all of the parts of your personality that you just don't like, and you're peeling back the layers of the onion one by one, and you're getting to the core of who you really are. Now, this can't be done overnight. This is for the long haul, lads. This will be work that you're doing on yourself for the rest of your life. And there was a girl in with you this morning, and she has this line, and she keeps saying, I'm fully aware of that. I'm fully aware. Similar to a relative of mine. And that's grand that you're fully aware. And this girl is really spiritual. That's grand that you're fully aware. But where's the action? What are you doing about that? So I have her gone off now doing I am statements. I am fully aware. And what's next? So what's next for you guys? If you have any comments or anything that you'd like to share with regard to this post them underneath. Talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Salam.